We have been driving from Uganiam to Uganiam, and we have come a good, say, about 5 or 6 kilometers, and all through, unusual, this we've been here, coming here for the last, 12 years at least. All through there has been heck of a lot of elephant activities. A lot of
You want me to drive?
activities. We are there almost, I guess, or still a fair way.
Couple of kilometers.
Couple of kilometers. Okay, I'll let you drive. But I have not seen, though Lakshmi Shah reckons that he has seen. But
Only in recent times.
Recent times. So it's we don't know. It's a combination of they've stopped letting people the vehicles 4-wheel drives cannot come. Cannot come because they have dug up and they have put barriers. However, the two-wheel drives, two-wheelers rather, not two-wheel drives, two-wheelers still manage to come, but not in great numbers, I guess. So is it that got the elephants back, or is there been more greenery this time since last year? 2020 now, 2018 October witnessed one of the highest quantum of rainfall this region. There was a heck of a lot of rain. So could it be that that would have gotten more of greenery and inside, especially little valleys. So the elephants have hung around a lot longer this summer. So it's hard to say, but definitely all through this 5-6 kilometers, we have seen a lot of elephant activities. So unusually more than ever before. So this is a route that goes towards our camp Uganiam, and
To the river?
To the river. And this trip is to there is one camera trap that's been put, and we have 4 more in the vehicle, and the idea is to put these cameras where it's likely crocodile egg-laying places along the river.
This is the season for them to nest.
This is the season for them to nest.
So from between roughly February till April.
Correct. February till April, egg laying. So coincides with some can call it spring, or just before the turn to summer. So too the birds, so too rest of the animals, so too the fishes, I think. So
apparently otters also, they
breed around same time.
Yes.
So this is the time. So is it because there is a lot less water and lot less means more fishes easily accessible, trapped in puddles. Don't know whatever the reason, but just before the turn to summer, there is a lot of breeding, birthing. So this is the time. This is Feb 22nd today. So we have another month of probably crocs and otters laying eggs. So that's the mission, to recognize these places and sensitize the forest department to be aware and bring it to their notice, so that they can take the necessary steps such as not
They have
letting.
already taken steps,
Yes.
such as evicting the fishermen who used to camp on the river banks,
Yeah.
both in Uganiam as well as in Dabaguli.
That's a big step forward to get rid of the fishermen. And then nets, they use nets. So, and over cattle patties, they by them their own they were slowly reduced, I was told. The cattle patties, there will be hundreds of cattle here during the summer months. But the disturbance could be that's so one part of the those threats have been addressed kind of. But however, there are feral buffaloes.
But even that number has come down.
Come down?
The last 2 visits I've seen them only in solo.
Oh, I see.
Because earlier they used to be there in some 4 or 5 numbers.
Yes.
But last 2 weeks that have come,
Yeah.
I've seen them only in solitary.
Right. I've counted up to 7, and then right there at Uganiam we have seen cattle. At least cattle from the village, all the way from the nearest village could be 7 or 8 kilometers. A whole herd of them, maybe 50, 60 of them coming in. They come in the morning and they go back in the evening. So all that probably would trample on the this nesting sandbanks. There we go. This patch is called, this place is Uganiam. The river runs still. The river is still but deep. And we are looking across at Karnataka state, and here we are in Tamil Nadu. And that's part of a wildlife sanctuary called Cauvery Wildlife Sanctuary. So it comes under Karnataka. Fair amount of protection. And this is, I'm looking south, the river Cauvery. And that's going towards, from here about in the river 7 kilometers perhaps, or a little less, is a place called Dabaguli. It's just a temple there, and there are no settlement. And so all this comes under, it's a reserve. It's not yet a sanctuary. Please note, and there is a cormorant somewhere here. Where is it? Yeah, it's going there. So I just saw a lesser fish eagle. I think they were a pair, and heard hornbills. Upstream is Dabaguli, and then upstream from Dabaguli is similar kind of a forested place. Forest goes right another 10 kilometers or more towards Kestur, and beyond is Ajjiparai, and beyond is Mekedatu. A good 25 kilometers or 30 kilometers or more is Mekedatu. And to my left, 10, 11 kilometers to Rasimanal, and another 7 kilometers perhaps to Biligundlu, and another 10 or 12 kilometers to Hogenakal. So, and more or less similar landscape, habitat. So trees, a lot of Arjuna terminalia like the one here. This is comparatively a very small specimen. I'm sure I'm going to show you some massive Arjuna terminalias. They're further up there, where there are further up there are grooves of about 200 feet by 150, 200 feet wide grooves. It's mainly Arjuna terminalia, Ipe, and jamun. Those blue, they have those lovely berries, huge trees again. So perfect, forms a perfect canopy about 50 feet above, ground, or even more, and going right up to even 100 feet. And that's where one can see some nests of grizzled giant squirrel. So this is the last bit of a habitat left for them. They're big squirrels. They're not like the Malabar giant squirrel in color, but size that long. It may not be that furry, but extremely shy. So that's the region. This is the region for that. Lesser fish eagle, four-horned antelope, crocs, crocodiles, otters, hornbills, grey hornbills, pied, both I think lesser and greater pied hornbill, kingfishers, obviously cormorants, even the large great Indian cormorants. You can see them in the evening gliding past along the river to find a roost. Plenty of massive big trees along the river to roost. And the good thing is, he says, the disturbance to the region has reduced drastically. Forest Department have taken some great steps, bold steps to stop picnickers. So it's very heartening seeing this change after about 12 years or 13 years that we have been trying to do something here. We have conducted several surveys along the riverine region and all over Nilgiris. There you go, the cormorants. It's just the beginning of summer, 22nd of February. Actually, the summer should be by mid-March, but it's not very hot. But but still, this place gets pretty hot because of the rocks that gets exposed during the day. The water, it seems, some months back, had come another 300, 200, 250 feet right up to that building, which is a good 200 feet away and beyond the other side. So it seems there was so much of water, probably coming from big rains in Coorg, Wayanad. So they all end up in Cauvery, of course. So, and this place downstream, maybe downstream 150 kilometers or whatever, sort of, and this runs full. So that's how the rainfall itself in this region is not much, maybe 350, 400 millimeters, half of what Bangalore gets or even less. But otherwise, the river, very delicate ecosystem. And our camp, this is our camp. About 100 feet, the water is far away. So that's an anti-poaching camp, one large room. And there's Chandra Naika, who has been here for ages. having his snack. Yeah, place to stretch a bit. We are looking at a place where a camera trap has been set to this most like since had seen tracks of crocs coming up. So there it is. So that's a box that we have inside which we keep the cameras. There you go, and then that's being set up. Yeah. So, but several times the croc has come, and for some reason it has pushed the pole over. Not once, twice or thrice, alva. ಎರಡು ಮೂರು ಸಲ ಬೀಳಿಸಿದೆ.
ಬಿದ್ದೋಗದೆ ರಾತ್ರಿ ದಿನ ಬಿದ್ದೈತೆ
ಅದೇ ಬೀಳುತ್ತಾ?
ಕೆಡು ಬಿಡ್ತದೆ.
So the crocs have come and dug around it, and for some strange reason they pull it down, you know, the camera. All right, huh? Okay. Photographing, videographing the video camera. A typical groove for grizzled giant squirrel. As you can see, there's a massive is this ipe, massive tree, at least some 80 feet tall, big tree. And then when you come up across the canopy, Arjuna, tall, huge Arjuna, massive, big enough diameter. And then there are tamarind, quite a few tamarinds here, and so it's a fairly a good couple of acres of canopy, so useful for the squirrels to dart across. They're more arboreal. They like to be on the trees, on the branches in the canopy, where they feel probably a lot safer. So we have seen grizzled giant squirrel here. Oops. So with the river flowing there, so hardly so it's a region all along the river. There are such massive trees. This is quite big. From this end to that end, it's not less than just across. I can see it as though there are two branches, like it's branched off, but at least 9 feet, 10 feet wide at the bottom. And then if you take the circumference, it's a huge tree going more than 100 feet, 90 feet tall. Arjuna terminalia. Good place for gumbooling elephants to come and socialize, spar. So that's another, this serves as a nice place for them to come and relax in the evenings. Good place. Here the surfish eagles, hoping to get a good shot. So just 100 yards back we saw a leopardess I should say, and a small cub footprints. Couldn't make out whether there was just one cub or a couple of them, but I got a photograph of the footprint. This is the same place where we had captured in our cameras. That's our cameras that we had left behind. We had captured the leopard, wild boar, elephants, a lot of them. So this seems to be a regular habitat for leopard. Probably also it's a huge habitat for spotted deer. A lot of them hang around here. So they come down to drink water. So it's a good place for these guys too, the leopards. Camera trap. Very close to this we have the coordinates. So seems to be quite a high density deer population movement place this is. So judging by all the signs, we'll come back and check the cameras. So I was just reflecting as I'm walking down this path. The first time when we came on this track, it was some good 10 years back, 11 years back. And I don't know, we were in 4 or 5 SUVs, huge. I think we had come for some survey, mammal survey, and all the teams. Then we sort of rendezvoused at Dabguli. I remember, yes, as I remember, we were a big bunch. We still have those photographs somewhere. And in the night we decided, okay, we'll not stay in Dabguli. Instead, we'll go somewhere, and it was dark. And that was the first, some noise here in the bush. So, elephants have been here. Like you can see the droppings, but they've some days old. So I remember, so we all, for most of us, it was the first time coming towards, and boy, was it exciting. Just thinking that we'll never, apart from the things that we do, I mean, think about the guys who were with us. I remember my friend Kapil Sharma, and then there was Kushu, there was Doc, there was Sanjeev, that's me, and that's Tilai, Arvind. Big bunch of us. We were all different. 10 years is a long time back. And we were all sort of, quite a few of us were new to each other. Some were new to each other, some knew each other for a couple of years or more. So the excitement levels, the exchange of information, knowledge, and then not to forget we were 10 years young. So there is always that component, you know. It was a nice time, and I just sort of reminiscing as I'm walking along this track. I had come here to set a camera trap and walking back to Uganiam and just wondering, where are all the guys now? Where are they with whom we spent such a glorious evening? Day, of course, we were all hiking and writing data sheets and looking for signs and survey, mammal survey. But in the evening, that was a glorious evening. I should reminiscence a bit more now that I'll be spending the night here. It's just the two of us, me and Lakshmisha. So, but I think he was there also. I got to ask him now. More elephant droppings. So they've been here this time a bit longer than normal. In the sense, before the summer sets in, they cross the river, is what I heard, to go towards the other side, where the grass is greener. So this time around, probably there was a bit more fodder. So this is the, okay, it's quite dark if I turn without the lights. Oh, there are lights here. If I switch off, it's utter darkness around. And we thought that guy is insisting, don't sleep out under the tree. This time the elephants have been a bit too many and bit too bold. So this is the shack. They use it as a kitchen, and this is the APC, a bit warm inside.
There are geckos inside the shack, okay?
Huh?
Geckos are there inside the shack.
Geckos are inside the shack, I believe. That's okay. The geckos won't get into my ear. So this is, I made the mice.
Harmless
Yeah.
creatures.
I made my bed here. Isn't that cozy? So I don't know where Kusha's going to sleep. But what this guy said was, don't go there. See there? It's about 80 feet away. Under the tree, that's where we normally sleep. This is where we normally sleep. So he said, nah, not today. I don't know whether he really. But anyway, there's a shift in the whole this thing here. There used to be a fish, like I said, you know, the fishermen on the other corner there, few hundred feet away, and then another his other family on the left, and there used to be one or two more people, and a few dogs used to hang around, but nothing's here. So probably it's a little different, this place, to sleep under in the night. Yeah, we have the jeep here, probably giving us a bit of a protection, but if all around here, a bit of a forest, all through forest, what bit. So if it's a kind of an elephant that he was talking about that now came chasing him, not one occasion, several occasions, he's been here for last tens of years. So he said, don't sleep here. So this is the first time we'll go inside. Right.
Okay.
See, we thought there were no elephants. Remember why we said about 2 weeks back, but look at this. When we came yesterday in the late afternoon, there was nothing. You know, not late afternoon. We were here in the morning. So between then and now, which is not even 24 hours back, there has been a elephant.
Single one.
Single, but must have been a big fella, judging by the enormity of the deposit. So this place, we are driven about a kilometer from Uganiam camp, right?
Yeah. Maybe
So-
even less.
Maybe even less. All right. You can videograph some. It's videographing.
No.
We can videograph the thing, route.
Okay.
Yeah, it's already videographing. I can do one thing. I can help you with this, so that you don't have to peer inside.
My back.
Probably may have to lift it up. Otherwise, car. So the elephant has been here. Elephant has been here, and there is still. It's not like it was all. So there's one fellow always hanging around. I'm told. So this must be one of those, because it probably is a huge fella, single fella.
Yeah.
So they say.
20 salaga.
They say they hang around on the fringes till they're in must. Then they go sniffing out to see if they have a partner. So you see the droppings here. This is not too old either. This could be not more than.
These and all we saw yesterday.
We did. But judging by it, it's not more than some few days. So there are, elephants. See, what this man said was there are several groups now hanging around. Some are 5, some are 3, such groups. So he said there are several groups, which is a possibility. They can't graze all together like in Kabini or those rain well-fed patches of forest. This is a very dry deciduous, so the elephants have to scavenge, and they can only come here during certain seasons, and they have to move away. It won't support a large herd. This area, for instance, it cannot support the same area towards the Western Ghats, where the density, because the foliage is amazing there. But this is a different kind of a forest, very, very delicate ecosystem, and which supported the tigers. So just imagine,
So, by the way, my hand is beginning to ache.
red press ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ it will switch
What
off.
red?
Sure.
For this red.
This red, yeah, very okay. If you it switches off. Balakada Pallam. This is a beautiful part of our one of the more beautiful parts of our Neligiris. As we come through, we have to go through this stream. It's always been there. Always it keeps flowing throughout, perennial, very cute and nice. So this guy reaches Cauvery river in probably next 5-6 kilometers. It goes through the forest, or a little more depending on how it turns and twists. Great place. Cool and nice, clean water.
Okay.
ಇದು ಬರುತ್ತೆ. I think that will have to your hand hurt, I know hurts.
It's only until crossing this.
Yeah. See, it's coming down. You go up, you get the. See, there's a lot of sand here, lot of sand. So you have to be on 4x4 low. Otherwise, chances of getting bogged down is quite. This water on the water now, it's rough, so it's okay. Cool. Yeah, it's a bit tricky here, up here. So after this, we have come up. Okay, there you go. So that's Balakada Pallam crossing. I'll change over to my 4WH.
I'll turn this off, no?
Yeah. Route from Uganiam to Urigam. And this mountain range that you're seeing here, behind that there is another valley, one more hill, mountain or hill, and then other valley, and then I see a higher range. Look at that. Now this hill itself is very, very interesting. It's wonder what's it's like there, the top, and then to reach that itself you got to go through some dense forest. Definitely a day's trek, find a place to overnight, camp overnight, safe place, and then check out, because since it's a bit of a valley, probably valley on the other side as well, though there are some streams coming from that direction towards Uganiam. So probably these are the feeder, these ranges, the rains that fall here probably slowly percolate and go towards Cauvery Valley. It is, and albizia, like we have seen here, plenty of albizia. Okay. Uganiam, and Uganiam is a sort of, it's surrounded by hills. So now we are exiting Uganiam. It's a small, there's a forest office. It's a range forest office. So Uganiam comes under that. And look, we have to climb up there, that hill, to get across to the other side. That leads towards Untitled. Someone's in a great hurry. He is in Shivratri mood. So it's a bit of a festive mood everywhere. People must have come to their hometowns to celebrate Shivratri. So this is the first of the hairpin curves. We are beginning to negotiate these hills. To come out of Uganiam, is this the only road, Lakshmisha?
Yeah.
Okay, this is the only road to come out from Uganiam. And then somewhere there, down there, a few kilometers, it branches off, one going towards Kodihalli, that's Kanakpura, Hunisnalli, Kodihalli. The right one goes towards Anchatti. So that's called, I think that's the Thagatti post, or probably that's for...
That village is Thagatti.
Village is Thagatti. So this is...
there it enters into Karnataka.
If one goes left.
Yeah.
So Thagatti itself is in Karnataka?
No. Thagatti is in Tamil Nadu.
Tamil Nadu.
And on the checkpost there, it knocks entry into Karnataka.
Yeah. So we are going to bid farewell to this valley. Look, there is a Hanuman temple. Priest is there. And it's a cloudy day. That's surprise. Cloudy. And clouds are, you see, even in Uganiam, we were taken aback. Nice clouds this time of the year. So too in this mini ghat section after Uganiam, going towards Thagatti. One can make out paths, probably made originally. See the elephant paths, but I don't think the cow herds, they take their cows so deep anymore. I can see some paths in the forest. This is all part of our Meligiris and sanctuary. So it's a sanctuary, right? This comes under the sanctuary.
No.
10 kilometers away from the river starts the sanctuary. So what we want to see happening is to see even the riverine portion declared as sanctuary. That would be another extension of our maybe another 400-500 square kilometers or less.
No, it's around 510, 520, something like that.
Yeah, so around 500 kilometers. If it's declared a sanctuary, that place where the river runs from beyond Kestur, what's that, Ajjiparai or whatever, downstream of Mekedat, right up to Hogenekal, it would be part of the sanctuary, because it's a forested place purely, and if it should be without protection. If with sanctuary status, there's a lot more funds available, more guards, more dedicated staff to protect the area than what it is today as a reserve. So this place rightly deserves to be called a sanctuary. Bamboo. You can see the bamboos. They're unlike in Ayur, what little bamboos we see here, they're not dead and coming back alive. Ayur, it all died, but they were much taller. But here, smaller bamboos. I don't know whether the same thing had happened here. See, that's bamboo clump there. Bamboo is still green and small. They're not giant bamboos. In Ayur, probably it was also planted by the British. So, this goes to the Nooru Swamy Malai, Antinatham, right? Atinatham. Interesting story. Last time the man narrated why it got to be called Nooru Swamy Malai. The priest who had come, he narrated this story about why, the reason for getting Nooru Swamy. Interesting. Someone from north had come here, Shiva Bhakta, and he was residing here, it seems. And once when holy saint Swamiji is a mutt Swamiji, like when he came to this place, he came with an entourage of his shishyas, and there was no food. You know, these guys are travelers. They're all Swamiji. They're probably, you know, miss whatever. So the reason they're here, and this guy said, "Please come and have a meal with me." And the Swamiji was surprised. How come this man? But to their utter amazement, his utensils were getting filled, and he served all the Swamiji and everybody. And that the Swamiji was so taken this thing, and he said, from now onward, I don't know why Nooru.
No, that many people were there.
101 people. 101 people were there. He fed 101 people. That's how this place got to be. These are called Sthala Kate, Purana Kate. Purana goes even beyond. It goes to the Rishis, but this is probably Sthala Kate, more of a few 100-year, 500-year, or it could be even 1,000-year origin.
There's another story also. Actually, there's a so at that place you take your coconut water. You can light a lamp with it.
Oh my God! Where here?
In that place, Atinatham only.
Oh, I see.
And I mean, you get the coconut water from wherever, from any place. You get it from Bangalore also.
Ooh.
Make a difference.
Ooh.
But the lamp
Valley
gets lit
again.
only here.
Aha. Wow. Valley again. You see? It's a valley. Two sides. It's more not a valley, you can say, running the range runs from east to west, and the other side as well. So it's more of that kind of a thing. Two ranges of hills, and some are quite tall. You see, and there is cultivation, and you can make out.
Tagati village.
That is Tagati. Road works happening. More ranges towards east. All around. The east I see ranges, hill ranges, if you want to call them, not mountain. It's almost qualifies to be mountain, even towards northeast. So coconut cultivation here, and then you see some green patches which are nothing but groundwater fed. They almost look very green, and you can see some sprinklers as well. So there is no, I don't think there is a stream or anything running across, nor do I see a pond. So the water for whatever cultivation that's happening here would be groundwater. It's a massive valley. It's quite big, and there is quite a few of acres, the patches of several acres of coconut, and then some vegetables. And I won't be surprised even if there is paddy somewhere. So something is 13 kilometers from here. Ancheti. These are the local cows, Halikar. They look, you should have videographed the buffaloes we saw. We saw about 20 buffaloes, all healthy. That was in Urigam. And they were all like, the hybrid, Swamy they call it. Yeah, that is. But then, it was well-rounded, unlike the buffaloes in Bangalore. All, however, this thing there, always the bones are jetting out. But here it wasn't so. So they look more like the Dharwad side, but not as huge, but hairy on the top. There was a bit of a hair. It's like almost like a wild gaur. It's like a gaur, but smaller in size. Color and the hair on top, not so much though. But no white patches on the leg, unlike the gaur or the Swamy or some of the hybrid. This is the Tagati checkpost. The road to the left leads to Hunsnalli, and then to Kodihalli, and then to Kanakpura, right?
Yeah.
And we turned right instead, and heading towards Ancheti.